Namaste.
Namaste.
Om Sahana Bhavatu Sahanau Bhunaktu Saha Viryam Karavavahai Tejasvinavadhetamastu ma vidvishavahai. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om. So in the last class, I explained the importance of means of knowledge and also what is Jiva and what is Atma. So we were in the 37th verse. So we will start from here. So the 37th verse is Hato va prapsyasi swargam jitva va bhokshyase mahim tasmaduttishta kaunteya Yuddhaya krita nishchayaha. So here Lord Krishna giving him a different explanation. What happens if he doesn't fight? So he says, so this verse begins from 31 up to 38. So it is more of contextual, like the depending on the situation. So here in this verse he says, killed you will have heaven. If you win, you will attain heaven. Or victorious, if you win, you will enjoy the kingdom. Therefore, tasmad, uttishta, get up, stand up. Kaunteya, Arjuna, is another name. His mother was Kunti. So the son of Kunti is Kaunteya. Yuddhaya krata nishchayaha. Prepare yourself for the fight. Or having resolved to fight. So this is what Lord Krishna tells Arjuna. And then, as he explains him the duty of a soldier to fight, to protect his kingdom, his people. So that is the primary duty. Other all secondary. Now, as a Kshatriya, as a soldier, is supposed to fight. So, but without getting caught in karma. At the same time, he should not get caught in any action. What is the binding factor? That is raga dvesha. Raga means attachment. Dvesha means dislike. So raga, also called liking something, and then dvesha, not liking, dislike. So it is the pairs of opposite. You like and you dislike. So this is the cause. This is the root cause which binds you to the work. If you fight that because you like it, then you get into the karma. You will be doing the karma, and when result comes, you are the recipient. And if you don't like also, it is dvesha. It is all self-centered. Just because you don't like it and you like it. So if you don't want to get caught in all this, then one should do it as a duty. So how to do that? So that is the next verse. Sukha dukke same krutva labha labho jaya jayo tato yuddhaya yujyasva naivam papamavapsyasi. This is Shloka number 38. So regarding happiness and sorrow, gain and loss, victory and defeat alike, prepare for war. In this manner, you will not incur sin. So here, sama sukha dukke same krutva. So krutva means having done or regarding this. Sukha dukke. Sukha means happiness and dukkha means sorrow. Labha labho. gain and loss. Yeah. Sukha dukhe same krutva. Looking alike, looking same, seeing both pairs of opposite as the same. If you win, you take it. If you don't win, you just take it. So it is more like prasada. Prasada means when result comes, you should have an attitude of offered food. Like when you go to a temple, you take some sweets and fruits to offer it to God. And the same thing, whatever you offered, you get it back. Priest gives it back after offering that food to the Lord. So before offering to the Lord, it was just a fruit. It was nothing for you, not more than a fruit or sweet or any kind of food. So once you offered it, it becomes offered food, prasada, and you take it with reverence. Your attitude changes there. So sometime you may not, sometime you may get some different than what you offered. It is in the queue, you have to go in a queue to have to look at the Lord in the temple. So you may be giving the apple, somebody else may be giving sweets, someone else may be just a leaf, or some people may be flower. So they keep on offering. The priest won't look at the people who what they are offering, because everything is with love and with full of reverence. So you may be offering something what you like. Maybe you like apple, so you bought an apple and you offered it to God, but in return he gives you a small leaf, or maybe some ash, little bit. If it is a Shiva temple, mostly you get some ash, so you just take it. Sometimes not even ash, just a little bit, 1 spoon of water, tirtha. So but when you take it with the attitude of reverence. With reverence, you accept it. So same way here also, it may be victorious or maybe loss. It may be beneficial to you or maybe loss. But if you do this action as a duty, then when it comes to the result, you take it alike. Samekratva. Jaya Jayo, even the winning and loss, benefit and loss also. So if having this sameness, the attitude of sameness, in this manner, you will not incur sin. Evam na avapsyasi papam. That is what is said in this verse. If you have this attitude, if you do your action with this attitude, looking at things same in the sense, not while working. While working, you have to pay all the attention, but when it comes to the result, you take it as equally. You take it equally, whether it is loss or benefit. You just take it. How your attitude will be? It will be like a prasada, offered food. So in this manner, you will not incur sin. In the sense, there is no recipient. You are ready to take both together. Whatever comes, you are ready to take, and you do it with the attitude of with the reverential attitude, with respect. So doesn't mean that you will be careless while working. Some people have a doubt, oh, if I work like this, then I may not be paying so much attention. No, not necessarily. Only when you have likes and dislikes alone, you work hard. Not necessarily. That attitude one should not have. If you want to get out of this circle of birth and death, then one has to bring this attitude of doing it as a duty, looking at pairs of opposition as equally. So if you develop this attitude, then you will not get caught in the karma bandhana. 39, the verse number 39. एषा ते विहिता सांख्ये बुद्धियोगे त्विमां शृणु बुद्ध्या युक्तो यया पार्थ कर्मबन्धं प्रहास्यसि एषा ते विहिता सांख्ये. This knowledge imparted to you till now deals with Sankhya. So here it is not Kapila Muni Sankhya. Here Sankhya means knowledge, knowledge of the truth, knowledge of Atma. Because we see that from the verse number 11 to 16, what is Atma was explained, the nature of Atma, that is Sankhya, knowledge. And then 31 to 38, we see contextual, the situation, according to situation, Lord Krishna talked in these verses, 31 to 38. From here, he is going to explain about karma, how one can perform action, etc. What should be the attitude? So he's saying, till now, I imparted the knowledge, that is Sankhya. Now listen to this, which deals with the yoga. Endowed with this knowledge, you will give up the bondage of karma, O Arjuna. So, in the following verse, we see that Lord Krishna teaching that how one can get rid of karma bandhana, that is result of action, how one can get rid of it. Because one cannot be without doing. Just because you have the fear of getting result, you cannot run away also. You are bound to receive the result. Because any action will give you the result, no doubt. Any action you do, every action has its own effect, whatever action you do. So how one can save oneself from this? So that is what we have to learn. Because any action you do, there is a result, and that result will be good or bad. If it is good result, then it is punya. It will help you. It may help you in many ways. It may not be helping you only spiritually. Again, it depends what you want. It is like a money. You use it for your own luxurious lifestyle, some kind of fun, or you may use it for your spiritual growth. Like you may buy some book, you may join some courses, you may go for retreat, you may learn something which will help you to grow in spirituality. So, and when it comes to sin, if your actions are against what is not to be done, if you do, then you incur papa, that is sin. And this sin will give you all the wrong result. So you may expect something good, but due to your result of bad action, you will always get only wrong things. So what is good and bad? Being at a right time, at a right place, being in the right time and at a right place is the result of good, being good. And opposite to that, wrong time, wrong That is the result of sin. Wrong time, wrong place also. So if you get that situation, what happens? You suffer. That is the result of doing good or doing bad. If it is good, you will have the right place and you will have the satisfaction being in that place. So the context is that Lord Krishna teaching him the importance of karma, karma yoga. That is what is the word used here. Till now, I taught you about knowledge. What is that? Atma was explained. Now about karma yoga, how one can save oneself from the bondage of karma. The verse number 40. Neha vikramana pratyavayo na vidyate swalpamapyasya dharmasya trayate mahato bhayat. Iha, the word iha. In this field, there is no failure. Astina abhikramanashaha. There is no failure. There is no adverse result. Even a little bit of this discipline protects you from great fear. Even if you follow a little bit of it, you will not have the bad result. And also there is no failure. You will not incur any kind of sin, etc. See, the problem is one cannot be without doing work. So mostly we see that people think that if I have to know Atma, everybody wants to be free. What is meant by freedom? Being a non-wanting person. Non-wanting means there is no want itself. Forget about desires. The desires arises due to wants. You want everything. But once you discover you are as a non-wanting person, that means you have understood your true nature and you are completely satisfied. And that is very much possible when you understand your pure nature, who you are in reality. And that can happen with the help of the scriptures. And scriptures are means of knowledge. That's why we are studying this. If I want to look at my eyes, as we saw yesterday, the example, I need a mirror. So, with the help of scriptures, we understand our true nature. Okay, this much everybody wants freedom. Everybody is struggling to fulfill oneself, wants to have satisfaction in life. So we think that if I have this object, I will be happy. If I have that, I'll be happy. So we go one after one. And finally, what we get is unsatisfaction. I'm not satisfied yet. If I have a one house, I want something bigger one, or I want two. So I imagine that if I have two houses, I can be more happy. I will be happy forever. But that we don't see. So does it mean I have to stop doing everything and meditate, sit and meditate, don't do anything? Yes, if you can, you do, but it is not possible for everyone. Having a body You need to do something. As long as you have a body, it is said, as long as 1 grain of food goes to your body, you will have the desires. Even 1 grain of rice, if it enters your body, that means you will have desires. You will have, and you need to fulfill it. So it looks contradiction that if I want to know Atma, I have to meditate, I have to study scriptures. I cannot work, I cannot bend down, I cannot walk. I need to be fully focused. Yes, if you can, it's wonderful, but is your mind ready for it? Can you sit quietly even for 2 minutes? Is it possible? No. We find a lot of difficulties even to sit for 10 minutes quietly without doing anything. And that proves there is something to be done. There is karma. There is still karma, pending karma, that we have to undergo a particular experience of life. So you cannot just run away from that. Now, we all want freedom, but at the same time, I'm not ready for it. Then what is the way out? This karma yoga. Karma yoga helps you to develop that readiness with the purity. What is meant by purity here? See, purity is not something to do with the clean or something, serene and clean and all that. Here it is more of clarity. The more the clarity in your mind, that you are capable of deciding one thing, ekagrata, the focused, you are fully focused, and you have all the clarity that to decide, I need this Atma, this one thing, because this alone can give me the total freedom to discover myself as a non-wanting person. There is no other way. And only with the help of scriptures, because that is the means to understand. Because with the help of scriptures alone, we know what is satyam and what is mithya. Means what is asat and what is sat, what is real and what is not real. Only through the help of scriptures we understand. We know how to discriminate. Otherwise, we have no idea based on what I discriminate. If you don't take the help of scriptures, then you will be deciding based on your ego. Your mind says, oh, that's right, do it. So you go for it. Whatever you like. So the people who just believe that whatever I know is the final. So that is not allowed. In the sense, if you really want to get rid of the problem is ignorance and ego. Then one has to surrender to the pramana. The pramana is the scriptures. So then what happens once you surrender to scriptures? So you give up your likes and dislikes. Give up in the sense you don't get succumbed to that. Your mind says, hey, this is the right thing to do. Yes, I like also. Let me do it. But scripture says, no, don't do it. So with this, you win over your mind. You become the master. So with that mind, with that clarity, then Atma Vidya, that is self-knowledge, becomes very easy. So here in the next verse is going to talk about that one buddhi, means the clarity about one thing. That is 41, the verse number 41. Vyavasayatmika buddhihi ekeha kurunandana bahushakhayanantascha buddhayo vyavasayinam. Kurunandana. There's a, different names of Arjuna. One who makes his family people happy. Kuru. He is from Kuru tradition, Kuru family. So that is the name, Kuru Nandana. Here same Arjuna only. So he says, Lord Krishna says, Kuru Nandana. Oh Arjuna, there is only one clear understanding in this field. Okay? Only one understanding. There is only one truth. However, the notions of those without clarity are mainly branched and endless. The clear understanding in this field. Without clarity, people go for many things. So this is very important to be understood here. Only through knowledge, one can gain the knowledge of truth. Because the ignorance is the problem. Ignorance makes me not to see. And what I need to have is knowledge. So only through knowledge, I can get rid of this birth and death. The knowledge helps me to understand my own nature as all-pervasive, that consciousness. The people who don't have this clarity, they go for many branches because they have no idea that only through knowledge it is possible. So sometimes we, once this understanding is not there, then there may be a chance of going for many things. Oh, let me do this ritual, that will take me to that. So here, it is not that you should not be doing any ritual. Like for example, if you look at this verse, then even doing asana, pranayama, everything becomes different branches. Because only through knowledge, if there is a darkness, what is the remedy to get rid of darkness? Oh, get some kerosene. Will the kerosene remove the darkness? No. Get a stand or get a small cup where you can put the kerosene. Will that cup remove the darkness? No. Get a wick. Will the wick remove the darkness? Wick alone cannot remove the darkness. No. Get a matchbox or get a lighter. Will that remove the darkness? Yes. Only when you light it, that light alone removes the darkness. So just a matchbox won't remove. When you rub that matchstick to the matchbox, then you get the light, right? The fire, you ignite it. So that fire will remove the darkness. So in what way all these instruments, whatever you have collected, the things to remove the darkness, they become uh, they are the help. They help to have that light. It helps. So same way, directly the pranayama may not be helping you to get rid of ignorance, because knowledge only is the opponent to ignorance. If there is somebody who is enemy of the ignorance, and that enemy is the knowledge. And enemy of knowledge is ignorance. So that one thing should be very clear. That is what here Lord Krishna is making Arjuna understand. Have that one thing in your mind. If you the people who don't understand this, they go for many other branches. So now, is pranayama, asana, or whatever we are practicing, will it be useless? Never. You have to look at it differently now. Look at it this way. Without pranayama and asana, you cannot have that readiness at all. There will be no readiness. You are not, your mind will not be ready to understand this knowledge. Even after telling the truth, it won't strike you. It won't stay. Your mind cannot take that knowledge. It cannot hold that. So one should have that prepared mind. And what they do, the people who have no clarity, how they look at it, what they think about spiritual life. So that will be the next verse number 42. Yamimam pushpitam vacham pravadantya vipaschitaha vedavadarata partha nanyadastiti vadinaha. We will read 43 also together. Kamat manaha swarga paraha janma karma pala pradam kriya vishesha bahulam bhogeshwarya gatim prati. Yeah. O Arjuna, the unintelligent ones, right? The people who don't understand that the connection between knowledge and ignorance, who have no clarity, those unintelligent people ones who are mesmerized or enamored of the Vedic statements of the ritualistic portion, you know, Swarga Paraha, whose desire is only to attain something in this world or other world. Swarga means here heaven. Who wants to attain heaven? Such people, such unintelligent. Why they are called unintelligent? See, doesn't mean it is not from the standpoint of worldly that he is not necessarily. He may be CEO of some big company. He may be general manager. But here in this context, the people who wants only this world and other world, for them only enjoyment of sensual objects is the aim in life. The people who just love to enjoy the sensual objects, those people are considered as unintelligent according to scriptures. At the same time, there may be a person who has not, not qualified from university, etc. But if he has that clarity that all these sensual pleasures, what I'm getting is only limited. This sensual pleasures cannot give me the permanent happiness. If this clarity is there, he is called wise. And also, what kind of person is unintelligent, okay, who always argue that there is nothing else. We will find so many people like this. if you go for a spiritual retreat and you want to practice meditation, you will find many friends and relatives and your own family people saying that they will argue with you. What you'll gain by doing all this? There's nothing in this. You will lose your time and money and everything, your age, and finally one day you will regret. What did you achieve? So look at your friends. See, just few years back, he was not having even the job, and today he has a BMW car. And look at his wife. She's so beautiful and highly qualified lady. And you don't even have a bike, and you spend time in meditation. What are you doing? And studying Bhagavad Gita. Don't waste your time. So who always argue that there is nothing. The only thing is to achieve something in the world that is worth achieving. Other all things are useless. And who are full of desires, want to achieve so many things in this world. For them, 1,000 years of life is also less because so many things. And also, world offers you varieties of things because it's all industrialization. They also want benefit, and you are the best recipient. One who to create desire in you is their aim, and you, as a desired person, when you go to them, they will be very happy. Such people speak such flowery words, which are full of specific rites. They talk only about action, that is ritual, etc. If you do this, you'll get this. If you do that, you'll get this. For attaining pleasure and power. So mostly it is negated rituals here who has the intention of gaining only worldly pleasure and power, who wants to become richest among other people, who wants to have more pleasure for attaining pleasure and power, and which lead to further births and results of actions. What happens? Such people, they do action and they get result, and again action and again result, because whatever they gain, any kind of power, it will be only limited, because it is a very funny thing. People don't understand what is the philosophy of karma, because they are so busy. Even after coming to spiritual life, they get into only ritual part, because ritual is something they see that it will give you the result. And what kind of result? It's all material benefit, money and power, etc. But the problem is, looking at them, the people who are not doing rituals, they look at other person. Oh my God, he was so poor, and today he has millions of rupees. He's so rich. He can throw the money everywhere. And all the ministers line up in front of him. They salute him. And I see all the ministers of this country has his photo, the picture. He's such a great man. Let me also get into this. Let me also follow whatever he did. So actually the philosophy of karma is whatever action you are doing now, that is only for next life. People don't understand that. Then what about what he has got? Yes, whatever he had done before, that is what he's reaping now. Very interesting. Very, very interesting. You should notice. Okay, now he is very rich. Suddenly you will see that he is begging on the road after a few years. Really, I tell you, I have seen people like that. After that, he's begging. Sometimes they are in jail also. They are in jail. Then you will get into a confusion. Oh my God. Such a ritualistic person who was doing all this. And how can be in the jail? Did he do something wrong? No, he did perfectly. The result is awaiting. It is going to come, not now. Now what he has got is of the previous karma, previous sub karma. It was waiting. It was in the queue. So till now he had 5 years of good time. The result of good action he got. Then once that is over, the second lot came as a bad result. So immediately downfall. So one should be aware of all this. One should not give up doing good things. Sometime when you have bad result, you will stop doing whatever you are doing good. I was so kind, I was serving people, I was doing a lot of things. But I see that in my life, everything got messed up. So I stopped doing good work. And this good work alone will protect you in future. So that you should be very clear here. So, so the people who have no, okay, we have only 1 minute. The people who have no clarity about anything, who have no idea, those are attached to pleasure and power, and whose minds are carried away by those words. Naturally, when you have no idea what is karma, what is action, when I'll get the result, how to take the result, when you have no idea, those words, when they say, you get carried away. So be careful. We will see in the next class how he is going to explain further. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purna Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashyate Om Shanti 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 Harihi Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha Harihi Om. Thank you.